What is up? How is it going? It is the boy Don Soyce in the morning, or even depending on where you are right now. And today I'm coming at you with a new episode of What If Naruto Killed Sasuke, and it's going to be part 6 today. Well, no, I'm dumb. It's What If Naruto and Sage vote early, and today it's going to be part 6. Yep. So the last part was like 2 months ago. Today we're going to be finally continuing on that cliffhanger kind of. Anyway, basically we're going to be going into the Hidan and Kakazu arc, and it's going to be fire. Gonna see a little bit of the boy Shikamaru, of course, and if you see the thumbnail, you might be thinking, hey, he looks weird, what did you do? Well, while I was editing the thumbnail, that kind of happened, and like part of his face got caved out, but then I left that little caved out part because I thought it looked cool. So tell me if you think it looks cool. I definitely think it looks cool. But yeah, anyway, let's get into the video. Team 7, along with their captors, Sasuke and Sai, had arrived back at the Leaf Village. They went to the Hokage's office and met up with Tsunade. They explained what happened during their mission, and told about the whereabouts of the hideout of Orochimaru and their suspicions about Sai and the Anbu. Tsunade took that into consideration and was also impressed, in fact, astounded, that both Orochimaru and Kabuto were now dead, and Sasuke was brought back. She got up and told him to have Sai and Sasuke detained for now, which Yamato as wood clones do, and told Naruto, for your performance during this mission, eliminating 2 powerful threats to the Leaf, and bringing back one of our rogue shinobi, I hereby award you the title of Jonin. Congratulations. Both Sakura and Yamato congratulated him, and Tsunade issued him a jacket. He thanked her for the promotion and the congratulations from his friends, and knew who else he wanted to show. He took Sakura with him to meet up with Kakashi-sensei, who was in the forest training with Guy-sensei to make sure he could physically be able to use the Mangekyo. The rivals, as they sparred, saw Naruto and Sakura coming close. Kakashi was going to say hi, and then saw what Naruto was wearing. Naruto, that jacket, does that mean? Naruto smiled and gave a thumbs up, saying, Yep, I got made a Jonin. Naruto explained his performance during his mission, and Guy and Kakashi were impressed. Guy slapped him hard on the back and told him that they had to fight sometime. Kakashi walked up to Naruto, put his hand on his shoulder, and told him, I'm proud of you, Naruto. You've gotten extremely strong and learned to suppress the power of the Nine Tails. You've even brought back Sasuke and are now a Jonin. I know you'll keep getting stronger from here on out. Naruto smiled and then told him, that's actually kind of related to why I needed to find you. I of course wanted to share the news, but I do have a message. It's from my dad, the 4th Hokage. Both Sakura and Guy were shocked, but not Kakashi. So, you've discovered who he was, huh? Well, what's the message? Naruto nodded and said, he told me to say hi and hopes you're doing well. He also told me to ask you for the key to his speed, whatever that is. Kakashi smiled a little under his mask and told Naruto to follow him. He guided him to his place. Kakashi went through an assortment of old mementos. He then picked up a strange-looking kunai and presented it to a student. This was one of Minato-sensei's flying Raijin kunai. He gave it to me for a gift when I became Jonin. It's poetic, really, to think that I'm now giving it to you. What exactly do I do with it, Kakashi-sensei? Don't worry, you won't be at it alone. I intend to coach you on how to use this jutsu, known as the Flying Raijin. We'll start tomorrow. After he told a student where to meet up, Naruto smiled and thanked his sensei as he clutched the kunai in his hand and left. After he was gone, though, Kakashi looked towards his old mementos and thought about picking up his father's way of fighting once again. The next day, Naruto and Kakashi began their training. Since he only had one kunai, Naruto began to use shadow clones to try and make up for it, inadvertently making the training go faster. During this period, Danzo and his route were under suspicion by Tsunade, but Danzo revealed that he gave Sai the mission to gain Orochimaru's trust and then kill Sasuke, as he was a big threat to the Leaf. But now, since the Nine Tails and Jerk, he was able to return Sasuke and kill Orochimaru. Everything worked out in the end. Tsunade was still suspicious, but the other two village elder hags were on Danzo's side and took his word. Tsunade scoffed at this decision to let him off scot-free, and before exiting the meeting said, "He has a name, you know.
And his name is John C."
Back to Naruto's training, and he's gotten started on his own today. As he practiced making his own original move using teleportation, Kakashi would appear with a restrained Sasuke in tow. Naruto would be surprised, asking, "Sasuke, what are you doing here?" While he removes the capture E from his restraints, Kakashi answers, "Well, our Sasuke here was just dying to stretch his legs." While talking to Lady Tsunade, who wanted to question him about what he did and what he saw while with Orochimaru, Sasuke then cut him off, saying, "I told her that the reason I went with Orochimaru was because he could give me power. But he had nothing left to teach me, so I was going to kill him soon anyway. Then I would go for my brother's head. You just beat me to the punch, Naruto. But that's one less thing that I have to deal with. But after seeing your power and losing to it, it's clear that by training with you, I can get even stronger. So I have no problem working with the leaf now." Kakashi cut back in and said, "Sasuke made a deal so that he'd serve in the Hokage's personal Anbu as long as he could still train with you. He's been let out of jail, but will still be kept under tight supervision. He's also agreed to answer questions." "Well, what are we waiting for?" Naruto yipped. The two then started sparring, in the middle of which Shikamaru appeared looking for Kakashi, and upon seeing Sasuke, he was very surprised. The situation was then explained to him, and then he explained why he was there. He said that Asuma was killed, and he along with his team intended on taking revenge on the bastards who killed him. Neither Naruto nor Kakashi had heard about Asuma's death, since most of their time had recently been taking up training in the forest. They gave their condolences, and Shikamaru then proceeded to let Kakashi know he wanted him to lead Team 8's charge. He agreed, and after hearing that, Naruto said he was coming too. Shikamaru tried to tell him that it wasn't necessary, but he again said he was coming, and that was that. He'd make sure to back them up if they needed it. The Nara boy could recognize the determined eye of his friend, and he knew that there was no way to convince him otherwise, so he agreed. Naruto also insisted on bringing Sasuke, and with all of this, Kakashi told Shikamaru to wait at the front gate and he'd to move everything over with the 5th. Naruto and Sasuke went with him to the Hokage's office, and Kakashi persuaded Tsunade by saying that Team 8 would probably end up going after this guy no matter what, and with Sasuke being there, he'd be with 5 other ninja and he would get some field exercise, so there was no worry about him. Tsunade eventually caved in and didn't end up sending the rest of Team 7, since both Naruto and Sasuke were at that point stronger than both Sakura and Yamato combined. She also didn't trust Sai. There was one more stop, to which Kakashi went by his place and put something into a scroll that he stuffed into his back pocket. But with that, the 6 were then off. As they tracked their prey down, being Hidan and Kakuzu, Shikamaru asked everyone's strengths and weaknesses and formulated a plan. When they found the Akatsuki pair, the plan was similar to the one in the original. After Kakuzu fell down after being pierced by Kakashi's lightning blade, right when Kakashi was going after Hidan, he started to get up. Before he could try to intercept the sensei though, a beam of lightning stabbed him through his heart once again. Sasuke could then be seen standing on the side of a tree using his Chidori blade. "I was originally going to hide out and then fight the scythe guy, but then I saw that, surprise surprise, you were alive." Everyone's attention was then drawn to Sasuke, and while on the ground, Kakuzu released 2 hearts and had one use a lightning blast and shoot it at Kakashi. When he saw the blast heading for him, he quickly pulled out the scroll from earlier and brought out a sword, his sword from his childhood. He then coated it with the Raikiri and sliced right down. When he did that, he was able to slice right through the lightning, doing the name of his signature jutsu justice. "You're going down!" was then heard from the trees, and multiple Narutos jumped from out their hiding places within the leaves and branches. The blonde then began to say, "I don't know what's with your weird power, but it doesn't matter, 'cause you're going down. Now take this! Naruto Uzumaki Original!" The Narutos all threw down their flying Raijin kunai and teleported on all sides of Kakuzu with Rasengan in hand. As they all shoved them into him, they yelled, "Brilliant Flash!" As the Rasengan expanded and burst, a brilliant blue light succeeded the bright flash of the flying Raijin. Kakuzu was overwhelmed, and his hearts were also destroyed, as he was left dead in the dirt. As this was happening, Shikamaru was already running into the forest, telling Sasuke to fly above him while constantly casting direct light towards him, that there would be a shadow always, and he did, using a small stream of fire that he shot out from his mouth. Shikamaru brought Hidan to the same forest paper bomb trap. After seeing his partner die, Hidan had began to sweat a little, but tried to regain composure by saying, "I'm surprised you were able to kill my partner, but his ideals went against those of Lord Jashin. I am his loyal servant, and by his will I'll kill you all." Shikamaru then, with a bored look on his face, used the Shadow Strangle Jutsu to trap Hidan in the bind of wires that were tagged with paper bombs, and then he revealed the hole he dug. Then, while looking him dead in the eyes and lighting one of Asuma's cigarettes, said, "Tell me, what is a god to a non-believer?" As he then blew a puff of smoke while walking away, throwing the cigarette, the lit end causing the bombs to blow, and Hidan to be buried beneath the ground. After all that was said and done, Shikamaru and Sasuke walked back to their squad, who all grouped together, and the young Nara boy told them that they had to avenge Asuma, smiling for the first time in a while. As they began their voyage back to the Leaf, they were intercepted by a man standing in their way who said, "I'm impressed. It definitely seems that this generation will surpass the previous, though that's how it's always been." Naruto then walked ahead of everyone else asking, "What are you doing here, pervy sage?" Alright guys, that's gonna be the end of this episode of What If Naruto learned Sage Mode early. What could pervy sage be doing there? Why is he there? Who knows? Well, I know. But you guys probably might know, but you might not know. Anyway, just tell me what you think in the comments, and tell me how you liked the video. If you did like it, hit that like button. If you like this channel, consider subscribing and sharing with your friends, your neighbor, your cousin, your little baby who you want to be like you, so you have someone to talk to at family reunions. And also, I think you should know that the next video will be what if Shinra had the black leg style. Yes, something that I haven't done in a while. To be honest, I don't think I really ever thought about making it a series, and for the longest, I kind of thought it'd just be a one-shot, kind of a little fun scenario where I don't completely go over the entire anime, but I just do an episode, for fun. But I'm bringing it back for another episode, and it's gonna be pretty fun. We're introducing another One Piece character into the Fire Force world, and you guys can probably guess who and guess why. But and that's another thing for you to leave up in the comments. Anyway, catch you later. This is gonna be Don Soyce out.